What's up, guys? Bodybuilding Vegan here with Bodybuilding Vegan Part 2. We got Sean Russell, my brand manager, co-host of, or behind the scenes of Vegans Who Live podcast. I'm all over the place. But anyways, we're here at Powerhouse. We're gonna train legs. I am still recovering from this hamstring pull, so it's gonna be a little bit modified. I'll walk you guys through it. For us to get started, I say we just do a couple reps of walking lunges back and forth. And then I'm also going to take them through some things that I've been doing for my hamstring. My hamstring work, I've been doing lunges, or not lunges, glute bridges. And I think they're called, I want to say monkey walks, but I don't know if that's right. So basically the way that would look is like flexing this hamstring, flexing this hamstring, flexing this hamstring, and working out and trying to really hit this muscle in the spot that it was hurt, at least fire it up, get some blood flow. However, this is actually feeling pretty easy. When I first got injured, this was impossible. So the fact that this is easy now leads me to believe I can take it to the next level. Hop on this box here, kind of do the same thing. If it's easy on 2 legs, try 1. If it's easy up close, then we can move further away. But yeah, hamstring is actually feeling really good so far. What we'll do after I get my lunges out of the way is start with hamstrings and start with doing a hamstring curl, because I want to force as much blood in there as possible. And I will be utilizing, this is the hardest way I found it here, with my traps and back shoved into the ground and then single leg. Yeah, these are actually still challenging, so can do some of this. But I will use blood flow restriction bands. Those allow you to go a lot lighter, and they basically don't allow the blood to leave from the muscle group you're training. And it makes it where you can use like 30% of your typical working weight and still drive some progression and growth even. So I don't use them all the time, but I use them definitely in times of injuries. And I have not done walking lunges in forever. Yet another thing I tell my clients to do, but I don't do myself. We might have to add these into there. Oh. All right, so we're gonna get set up for leg curls, and we're trying to get him in the most ideal spot. If you look right here, there's this little axis of rotation point, and that's gonna be where we want his knees to be about lined up. So I'm gonna go in and get up close here. So you see where your knees are? You're gonna rotate here, and this is actually a little bit out further. So we might need to move your whole upper body a little bit more this way. Oh, to make it easier to get in and out, you can undo that.
Oh, okay.
So let's see how that feels, and then try raising that up though, so it's easier for you to get in and out. Yeah. That should feel hopefully a little bit more comfortable in that manner. And we're just gonna warm up 15 to 20 reps. What I want you to do is slow it down a little bit, yep, and get a little bit more of a stretch on the way up, and a full squeeze at the bottom. Stretch, squeeze. I'm gonna go ahead and put these on, not super tight until we actually start. I'm thinking 3 or 4 total sets. I'm gonna do at least one like pretty light to warm up for me. How did that feel for you?
It felt good.
Have you done this machine before here? I have not, so anytime I travel, I start a good bit lighter. What's so funny is, it still hurts a little bit. All right.
That's right.
I'm gonna go lighter. The goal here isn't really to build muscle today. It's kind of to rehab myself back into being able to do things. What's so funny is the last time I did these, I felt something pulling down there, and I thought I was just scraping myself on the machine. I think it was internal.
Oh no. Oh, me just right now?
The last time I trained legs?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The day I got injured.
Oh, okay.
If you watch, I do these to warm up.
Oh, that was the last time you did legs?
That was the last time I did legs, yeah. I got injured, and I was telling Allie, like, oh, I feel something pinching here. And I think it's just the machine is scratching me, but it was my hamstring, and then that was the hamstring that popped.
Oh.
So,
oh, you were telling me.
Yeah, I didn't notice. I didn't even put the pieces together because I forgot that I had noticed that until I watched it back going on YouTube. So, yeah, this is like, I don't want to say embarrassingly light. It's just extremely light for me. But I don't want to get hurt, so I'm okay with that. Goal is not to build muscle today, but to get my hamstring back to where it can train again. Build muscle for you. But. All right, so this feels safe, this feels good. I honestly feel like I could do this for the next 20 minutes. So I'll get up in a second and let you get another set. And then I'll probably put these on for real. And
I agree, I would not do this under any circumstance.
yeah, I'm gonna have to really park my ego by the door today because it's still speaking to me a little bit. So if you are noticing like a loss of tightness on this, this is usually to blame. So let's get this as tight as humanly possible on here. And that locks you in, and so all the force that you're driving is able to go down to your foot instead of getting lost here, if that makes sense. Yeah, good. All right, so I have my blood flow restriction bands on. They basically trap the lactic acid into your muscle so it can't recirculate as well, as efficiently in your body. What's really cool about that is it creates inflammation. Your body builds muscle based on inflammation. So if you go home and you take NSAIDs or you take ibuprofen immediately post-workout, you're pretty much gonna negate any gains that you made that day. They actually did like an 8 or 12 week study, and the group that took ibuprofen post-workout every day, they still got stronger. They didn't build any more. They didn't build any muscle. So you don't want to like prevent inflammation, and so these promote inflammation. However, you probably won't be able to do as many reps, and you definitely won't be able to do as much weight. But that's the whole point right now. If you're injured, you don't want to do a ton of weight. So it promotes growth even with a lesser stimulus.
You got two choices.
And my hamstring's still talking to me, so I'm keeping this very light, very controlled. Anything else that we do today, I'm going to be very careful if it has the propensity to load a hamstring. Like a leg extension should be relatively safe today. I don't see any reason why I couldn't potentially go 100% on leg extensions. But something like a leg press, there is hamstring loading during a leg press. That's where I need to be very, very careful. I don't want to set this up to get injured. So I'm just going to take it nice and easy today.
between the two of them. There's worse communicators in the history of Hollywood. Okay? Very easy to say this. The billionaires don't pay their fair share because of the way the tax system is set up. Okay? Look at this pay zero. They pay zero income. They don't pay their fair share. When they die, they fix the tax code.
Yeah, there's easy things. But there's more fundamental things that you have to think about. I mean, taxes, especially if you're coming from one side, it's so self-centered. Oh, I want more money. And so that's, the real thing is what's better. I think that's foreign affairs and everything else. So foreign affairs. Foreign affairs count now. Who do you think? I don't want to answer the question. I know my answer.
Alright, I think I'm warmed. Don't have to absolutely kill yourself here. Are you familiar with these?
Yeah. That's what we were doing when I broke your microphone.
Oh yeah. Good point. So, a lot of people don't get enough opening on these, but you do want to be careful because like relatively comfortably with a slight stretch I can go here, but I could let the machine or push a lot more weight, and that would let me get into a deeper stretch, which seems like what you would want to do. Like when you're stretching, you want to get deeper, but the problem is if you go anywhere outside of where you could naturally encourage your body to stretch, and then you do that under load, you don't have the strength built up by your muscular system in that range of motion, and you set yourself up for injury. That's how I actually injured my adductor the first time, the first injury of this year, if you will. I was doing single leg press going too deep. I hadn't practiced going that deep with one leg. I forced it and pushed back up really hard. I had the strength, but just not in that range of motion, and it popped. So, lots of pops this year. They're having a great political debate over there.
Yep.
In short, both our candidates suck. Ow. Getting in and out of these is always a pain in the ass. Spoke too soon. It bit me.
Oh,
So that's how I do it, is I stand up. Otherwise it's, I don't know how else to do it, but you have to pull that while you're opening.
okay. Yeah.
It's like a puzzle, a game before you get started. And that's how we break the equipment.
Well, we'll do that again.
Yeah, you can't do that. You gotta reverse the process from how you were. This is really light, so I'm trying to make it feel heavier by doing it slower, stretching, squeezing really hard at the top. It's maxed out, but I might go find some more weight to add on top. If you guys want, you can always do some forced reps as well. Use your hands to help you get a few more done. All right. A more graceful dismount this time. So big thing that I really try to drive home to everyone. Like, let's say I come over to this, and this is just how the machine was set up for me by the last person. I might change my weight, and then if I were just to hop in like this, I don't know if you notice it where you're sitting, but what I see is I'm getting about half the range of motion. Like, I'm stopping here, the quads are engaged, my quads could still be engaged and they could come back and even stretch. So most machines will have this kind of dial system on the side, and what I recommend is you get up, take this, and go as tight as it will let you go. You might have to finagle yourself to get into the machine, but now we're going to be able to get a good bit more range of motion. If you notice where my ankles are almost underneath me, getting a good quad stretch before going back into the movement. Now, if your gym has a crappy leg extension, not trying to put your gym down, but it does happen, you can get like some yoga blocks or a mat or a pad here to kind of give you a little bit extra added depth and range of motion. But this one's solid here now. So I think we're gonna do a few straight sets, and I won't record those, but I will record a drop set, so that should be fun. Fun is a very subjective word. All right, I'll see you guys there. Good, 4, 5, perfect, just like that. 6, 7, a little lower. Yep, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, good. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, let's go, keep it going. 21, 22, at least 25, 23, 24, 25. I think you could have gone heavier, sir. Next time. All right, so I'm gonna do a drop set, but I had thought of how I want to do it. Instead of doing both legs, straight drop set, like 200 pounds, 150 pounds, 100 pounds, I'm gonna do single leg, assuming it feels good. And I'm just gonna take each leg to failure. So I'll do like 10, 10, 8, 8, 6, 6 with the same weight. We'll see if it works. And it sounded like, maybe not fun, but it sounded interesting in my head. Two. Feeling it a lot in my teardrop. Come on. 12-ish. Trying to really stay mind-muscle connection, not just rushing to get reps, but making the reps count. All right, that's 7. Five and a half each. Three. All right. Fun time. So kind of the cool trick or feature or pain in the ass with these is when they're locked in and you do a set like that, like let's say I do 10 reps with this leg, right? And it feels like 10 reps. So the first set will feel normal. The first one feels like 10, and then you get a little break because you're doing your other leg, right? But like lactic acid that built up on that first set, 10 and then 10, and then you go back to this one, there's still 10 reps worth of lactic acid built up in here. So rep 1 on the second set actually feels like rep 11. So it hurts progressively more and more as the sets go on, even though you're getting a break. It's like you're getting a break, but it doesn't feel like you had a break.
It's like pause, hitting pause on a stopwatch.
Yeah, and then starting back up just as tired as you were before. On the hack squat like this, what we're gonna work on is finding the best foot position for Sean here. So, Sean, what I want you to do, pause here for a second, move each foot up maybe half an inch, and see if we can keep full contact with our heel and our toes at all times on this rep.
Okay.
Good. Can you go down another inch while still maintaining contact? Perfect. That looks perfect to me. Now, so what you did is by moving forward, you're less limited by your ankle mobility. I don't know if you have tight ankles or not. I don't know you enough anatomically, but I have tight ankles, so I have to put my feet higher. We still want our knees to shoot forward because that will involve our quads more. But that looks great.
Do 2 more.
Do you feel it primarily in your quads?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll shut up and let you get your set. Good. Training in general, you can look at the angle between your hips, your knees, and your ankles. If your knees are coming really far forward, that's a really good indication you're getting some quad work done. If instead you're doing like a lunge and your foot's really out forward and you're kind of dropping more back, that's gonna be way more glute focused. So when you get set up on a machine like this, you can adjust your foot placement to target the muscle group you want to hit. For me, I want to hit quads, so I'm gonna have my knees going as far forward as possible while still keeping my full foot flat on the floor. If you'd be kind enough to add another, I'm gonna work on this set. Let's add two plates, so a total of 3. And I do loosen the blood flow bands in between exercises, but not in between sets. And I did get these on Amazon, so you can check my Amazon storefront if you want to get the exact same pair. I don't have any affiliation, any brands. This is just the one that worked for me. Got me through a few injuries now. Buy them once and hopefully never get injured again, but if you do, they'll continue to work. And I do like to just lightly tuck them in at the top. Kind of looks like I'm wearing suspenders.
Oh, it's not?
I don't know if this is heavy or not, but if it's heavy, I won't do many reps, and if it's light, I will do a lot of reps. Woohoo! All right. To make this extra hard, since I don't want to add a ton of weight today, I'm going to take the negatives really slow and also pause for a second at the bottom of each rep. Mentally thinking about my quads the whole time. And if you do pause at the bottom, don't rest wherever the machine bottoms out. Well, I know I had a good set when I kind of lose my hearing and I don't even have headphones. So, in for the next. Hey! Oh, you go. Hey! All right, everyone, we are pretty much done. So, do a quick little super set on this single leg standing leg curl, and I'm going to try and angle on over to the calf extension machine as well. So we're going to do both. I'm gonna be starting very light here. Obvious reasons. Well, you know, obvious, but I don't want to hurt my hamstring, so don't need to go crazy. Just some more blood flow before we finish. Don't have a whole lot of time, like 10 minutes, but it's enough to get something done. I'm doing this wrong. I just realized. It goes like this. That makes a million times more sense. Oh yeah, so much better. It was a show. You can always learn more. Oh. 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 In the calves. Keep it moving. So biggest thing for calves is getting a good stretch. A lot of people really neglect getting the full range of motion on these. That's another reason why it's great to have a machine like this where it has this block that I can press my feet into and then get a deeper stretch than if I were just standing flat-footed on the ground. A little hard to tell if I made any significant progress with today's workout, considering I did all new machines, at least new for me, at this gym. I don't know what weights I should be using, and even if I did, I wouldn't be able to press the same amount of weights for two reasons. One, the injury, and two, I have these blood flow restriction bands on. They definitely limit how much you can lift, but they amplify what you do lift so that it becomes better. So it's in my eyes, a worthy trade-off, but a trade-off nonetheless. All right, a couple more. Okay. Angle this. Oh God, almost fell. All right, y'all. I'll waddle over here, cut the camera, and see you at the outro. All right, y'all, and that was leg day. We were about to go eat. What am I'm getting pizza, sushi?
Sushi pizza from Love Life
Sushi
Cafe.
pizza from Love Life. I cannot wait, but it's gonna fit my macros. I'm getting locked in. So this is how I trained today. Took Sean through the motions as well. Appreciate you guys as always. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your brothers, mothers, nieces, exes, best friends, first wife, second child, and
Alex's goats.
Alex's goats. See y'all next time.